Fred Nolan, a landowner and surveyor, discovered 5 large cone-shaped boulders on his property on Oak Island. These boulders formed a perfectly symmetrical cross, measuring 720 by 867 feet. Fred dug down and uncovered a 6th boulder that eerily resembled a large human head. Many believed that the mysterious boulders on Nolan's property were meant to represent a Templar cross, while another theory suggests that the boulders were carefully arranged to form the Tree of Life, an ancient Hebrew symbol representing the 10 spiritual principles contained in God's creation of the universe. Several smaller flat-sided stones were found at the exact places around the cross where the SEI rock would be located. The unique feature of this one is that it is completely different from the other stones, which are granite and cone-shaped. The suspicion is that the face, especially the eye, was looking at an area of significance. The team is hopeful that Mike and Mark will provide information from the stones, which could lead to treasure or other discovery agendas. The team will start by looking at the bottom of the cross, which is a cone-shaped granite boulder, possibly up to 5 tons in size. They hope that the information from the stones will lead to treasure or other discovery agendas. The team will then proceed to look at the cone-shaped granite boulder, possibly up to 5 tons in size, and give their impressions. The text describes a team of stonemasons, including Mark Four and Mike Welling, who are searching for a mysterious stone near the middle of Oak Island. They believe they have found an important clue on the bottom boulder of the megalithic formation known as Nolan's Cross, which is unusually smooth. This suggests that something has happened to the surface of the stone, possibly due to transport. The team is considering how to maneuver such a large stone, as it would take a lot of dragging to get a smooth finish. The team is excited about their new search efforts on property now belonging to Fred Nolan's family for the first time since his death. Their son Tom has granted them access to all of his father's 16 acres, including areas where Rick believes Fred made several of Oak Island's most important discoveries, including Nolan's Cross. They are looking for clues in that area, as well as pieces of pottery that could be connected to the Oak Island mystery. Another piece of pottery found is a cross-section found near the dump. The team is trying to figure out the oldest thing here because that might be the last piece of evidence. The team is also exploring other puzzles, such as finding a plan noted on Fred's maps, an ancient dump site, and a piece of pottery that was found in the area. In conclusion, the video highlights the importance of finding clues and finding the oldest piece of evidence in the Oak Island mystery. The team is eager to continue their search efforts and uncover the truth behind the mysterious stone. The video discusses the ongoing investigation into the missing chest case at the Nolan property in Spain. Metal detection expert Gary Drayton, along with Charles Barouse and Jack Blay, has made a potentially important find on Lot 12 near the middle of the island. They discovered decorative hinges off chests on a Spanish shipwreck site, which could be connected to one of the 3 missing chests that once belonged to pirate Captain James Anderson. The hinges could also be evidence that the centuries-old dump site was used not only during the construction of the original money pit, but also as a place where treasure was deposited long ago. The dump may also contain pottery, tins, and other items of interest, such as skeleton keys found by Fred Nolan. The Nolan property is a mystery within a mystery, and the team is hopeful that there are answers to the mystery. As they continue to cooperate with Tom, they will continue to explore the area and uncover more items of interest, such as the missing chest. In conclusion, the text highlights the importance of digging into the past and collaborating with Tom to uncover the truth about the missing chest case. The findings from the Nolan property and the hinges found could provide valuable insights into the ongoing investigation. The team, led by Rick Lagena and Marty Craig, discovers an old dump on L.13 near the eastern border of the swamp. They are joined by Tom Nolan, son of the late Fred Nolan, who confirms that a large stone next to the old apple tree on the Nolan property has the long-awaited ring bolt. Tom Nolan confirms that they have discovered the remains of another iron ring bolt, first located 50 years ago by his father, Fred Nolan. Marty and the team may have confirmed that not only does the stone pathway feature extend further into the uplands of the island, but it could be leading them directly to a major breakthrough. The discovery is interesting because it highlights the amount of work the original depositor put in and the perfect spot for it. Dr. Spooner advocates that the orientation of the path is now leading up in this direction towards the money pin. To find more evidence, the team needs to focus their energies in a specific area. There are enough clues that tell us that this area is worthy of investigation. It seems like if someone wanted to put in a road that would be easily hidden, it would be a direct indicator of substantial human effort on the island before the money pit. To get to a certainty, they must keep plugging away. The only thing that seems certain at this point for Rick and Marty Craig and their team is that the more they dig into the Oak Island mystery, the more evidence they will find that something profound has happened there long ago. If it really does revolve around a vast treasure, it would have justified such efforts to hide it, a possible lethal force to guard it, and a legendary curse that has claimed 6 lives. Perhaps the answers will come by drilling and digging in the money pit, or by careful excavation one cobblestone at a time. At the southern edge of a mystery triangle-shaped wetland, Rick Lagena, metal detector specialist Gary Drayton, and Billy Gerhardt are looking for clues. Ship timbers and relics from the 15th and 18th centuries were unearthed. They found an 8th century ship's railing on the southern boundary in 2020. The team wants to find additional evidence, particularly after Dr. Doug Simmons' idea that medieval Viking civilization may be linked to Oak Island. They uncovered hulled timber that may be boat ribs. The crew is investigating if a sailing sailboat was abandoned in the marsh and who dropped it there. The Oak Island team found 700 AD ship railing dates and 1200 AD swamp dates, indicating early activity. Exactly how the mystery ends is unknown. Billy digs in the marsh and finds horizontal and vertical boards and a shaft or retaining wall. Fred may have checked this wall after hitting it. The gang is keen to uncover more swamp mysteries. Over 30 years ago, treasure hunter and Oak Island proprietor Fred Nolan found a wooden wall or dam in the marsh, which he suspected was an artificial structure erected ages ago to conceal something valuable. The team is researching if they uncovered a fragment of that build and whether it is linked to the 1,250-year-old ship's railing found nearby in 2020. The sediment-deep structure will be examined by geoscientist Dr. Ian Spooner. They are interested in the red substance beneath the stone road, which may be from the same time as the wooden tunnel below the garden shaft. If they notice red things within and around the wood structure, it may be older. Finding a loading and unloading station to link the stone road is also important to the team. They think generations, maybe millennia, of activity occurred here. The swampwood's circular edges and flat top are intriguing. The goal is to dig up and expose the building to understand its function and perhaps locate artifacts. A potentially major finding in the northern marsh is being investigated by Marty Lagina and geoscientist Dr. Ian Spooner. They found a disturbance in the bottom of a boulder, maybe John Edwards' wetland location. Edwards felt Nolan's cross's unlocking mechanism was built in. Billy Gerhardt dug and found a large boulder on a possible man-made stone formation. The crew is analyzing the location to see whether it is natural or man-made. A stick between the rock and silt suggests humans moved stones to move water. If they are true, this may confirm Edwards' argument that the marsh was purposely drained. Cut timber, a huge tree, and other tree stumps were located near the swamp's base. It seems that the marsh was purposely modified hundreds of years ago. The squad is also studying a vast rock-lined wood brought here for anything. Finally, the crew is investigating the swamp's human potential. They are also considering artificially depleted water levels and other abnormalities. Billy and Rick are examining Oak Island's rock-lined depression per John Edwards' suggestion. A concealed stone feature may be distinctive. The circle of stones is considered deliberate. However, no metals were discovered on the paved area or stone highway. People may have been on Oak Island earlier than known. Fred Nolan discovered a board with wood along its line in the triangle-shaped marsh. The crew discovers one too. The brackish bog may have been made using the wood-filled board. The Oak Island crew may examine a comparable stake at a treasure burial site. It intrigues Laird and Craig, but they don't believe it's natural. They recommend Dr. Spooner core the site to see what he finds. They won't do anything physically until Dr. Spooner arrives, since it may shift the game and reveal who was there.